Hello, and welcome to the Patreon. I want to thank you for checking us out, whether you support or not, by showing you a sneak peek of what we're building here at the end of this video. But first, I want to talk about Coffeezilla itself, my vision for it, how it's changed. Because with this Patreon, I'm asking for your direct support, and you should know what I'm going to do with it, what you get for it, and of course, why Patreon now? And the simple answer is I want to make more of the high effort content you and I both care about by changing how this channel supports itself. Let me explain. Traditionally, this channel has always been a healthy balance of two types of content. You have the A-tier, high-effort investigations like Save the Kids or Rubet, and then you also have C-tier content, sort of smaller videos that are scattered in between those uploads. Now, those C-tier videos actually make up the majority of the ad revenue that enable me and my small team of 2 other employees to survive. To be clear, up till now, that's how this channel has supported itself, just on ad revenue. As some of you may know, we don't take sponsors on Coffeezilla. I've never felt comfortable as a channel calling out scams to turn around and be the spokesman for Raid Shadow Legends or really anything in the financial space that we get offers for. So because of this, I've always made peace with the fact that I can't just make the big investigations. Otherwise, I'd be uploading once every 6 months the way some people do, because I just don't fund my channel the same way a lot of people do. I have to balance my content with a lot of smaller stories, even commentary videos that fund the big investigations I think both of us enjoy the most. Now, it's been like this for basically 3 years at this point. I've never had a problem with it. I've never minded it, and I've never even brought it up. So why am I changing things now? Well, my investigations have just been growing a lot bigger, and I'm running out of ways to optimize and engineer efficiencies to make this balance check out. Eventually, things are just becoming more expensive and time-consuming, and I'm being forced to either make less of the big investigations because they just take more time and more resources, or I can make more of the smaller videos to try to fund the bigger videos. But then the problem is I don't have time to make the bigger videos, because in addition to paying for the bigger videos, I also have to investigate them myself. So the result is the same either way. I'm looking down the road and I'm like, wow, I'm going to have to make less of the stuff that I like. To give you an example, the last 2 stories, Safe Moon and now Crypto Zoo, which I'm making right now, they have both taken a year of my time each. I talked to dozens of victims, experts, whistleblowers, and that's just sort of the trend. Not every video is going to take a year, but things are just getting bigger. At the same time, our production, the animations, the robot bartender, everything has just been improving because we just keep raising the bar. So I'm a bit of a victim of my own ambition here a little bit, but that's the purpose of this Patreon. By directly supporting every month, you are tipping the scales back in the direction of the high effort investigations that I think both of us really love. I mean, I know that's what I'm passionate about, and I think if you're here, that's probably why you're here as well. It's probably not the daily video that I did, or it's probably not from a video that I worked a week on. It's probably from the videos that I've worked much harder on. So that's really why I'm asking for your support, and in exchange, I have a few things that I want to give you. A, I want to give you the best season of Coffeezilla you've ever seen. I mean, I know it's probably been pretty noticeable how our quality has improved over the past few years, but we're just getting started here. And this is far from a vague promise about, hey, if you support, I will build better things in the future. We've already been building all these sorts of things behind the scenes, and I actually want to show you some of that. That's the sneak peek. But funny enough, the work we've been doing already is actually the perfect encapsulation of my current problem, because we've been working on new scenes, new sets, new storylines. But the problem is we haven't been able to release them, even though we have some of them finished. We literally do not have time because we're on this hamster wheel of, oh, we gotta constantly make content to fund the channel. And I don't want to throw a bunch of cool stuff we spent months on into a video that I spent maybe a few days on. So take, for instance, Coffeezilla's apartment. No one has ever seen this before, by the way. This is something that we had an idea for, built in these slums. Basically, Coffeezilla actually lives here. And I sent this first idea as a concept to my 3D artist over a year ago. And we got it finished in about 6 months. We had all these cool plans for it, but we literally have not been able to put it out, even though we've had it in our back pocket this whole time, because we just don't have the time. We do not have the time to work it in. It's just, we're not going to half release this like cool new thing we've built. And the same is true with our 1 million subscriber special. Like, I know I'm like so late on that. People have been asking, where's the 1 million subscriber special? We've been working on it. I mean, the truth is we had all these storylines planned, but we're working on a new technology to move the cameras, and we just haven't had time. We built out the secret room, but just haven't been able to film the whole storyline yet. And it doesn't just stop there. My CGI artist and I also built an entire dystopian city for the, $10 million studio to exist in. And we haven't been able to release it. Like, we have these dystopian ads and all these things. And it's all of this potential is kind of sitting on my hard drive, and it hasn't been actualized yet. I mean, I will be able to release it eventually. Like, it's just taking a lot longer than I want it to take because I'm consumed by a lot of smaller projects. So if you're wondering, like, will this Patreon make a difference if you support? Absolutely. Every supporter on Patreon will make a massive difference in what I'm able to invest my time into, because that's ultimately what this is all about. I'm trying to change how Coffeezilla supports itself so I can change what I prioritize. And because of that, I don't just want to give you guys better content, the people who support. I also want to give you some extra perks as well. For starters, I'm going to give you some behind the scenes content. So as you may have noticed, Coffeezilla isn't exactly typical in the way we make videos. And I kind of want to like give you a look behind the curtain, the primary colored curtain a bit, and show you how we do things, how our process works. I also want to give you guys some sneak peeks, wallpapers, even some CGI breakdowns that I'm really excited about. And basically, there's only one tier of support. So if you join, you don't have to wonder. You will get everything that I have to offer here. And yeah, that's kind of the pitch. If you want to and are able to, thank you so much for supporting. I'll see you inside.